Hey guys, it's Vanessa, and I wanted to share an easy recipe with you tonight that is going to make you feel like you have eaten out, right? Because my goodness, with the cost of everything, it's so expensive for a family of 2, 4, whatever to be eating out these days. It's cheaper, just do it at home and you can make restaurant quality stuff. So tonight I'm going to make some hibachi shrimp and veggies. I'm actually going to do some chicken on the side too because I'm going to be making hopefully enough for a couple meals that we can get out of this and have some leftovers and easy grab and goes. Probably not to eat on the road though. Okay, so we're going to start with the veggies first, and what we're going to do is use the Rapid Prep mandolin. Have you seen this thing? Look, it has this little tray that goes on the bottom, and this stores right with it. And this food pusher here, okay? So the mandolin itself closes right down like that. We're just going to open it up and it just pulls right into place. This part here, you just pull the thing and it comes down and open, and then the top you need to release, okay? So it just comes apart right like that. So we're just gonna set there are lots of different settings on here. You can see on the dials. You can play around with it to see what's going to work best. But we're gonna use this today for the broccoli and onions and carrots, okay? So I'm just gonna attach this right on here, and when you pull this little part up, it's just gonna fit right inside there and it's gonna be snug, okay? So I've got my broccoli already cleaned and ready to go. So we're just gonna shove it right inside there. And guys, if you're always using the safety guards that come with the Pampered Chef stuff, you will never ever get hurt, okay? So I'm just gonna chop these down a little bit. Makes it real nice and easy, so much quicker than if you're gonna be doing this by hand, right? Woo! And my dog's gonna be happy. Okay, so have to watch out. He might be getting some. So sometimes you do have a splash zone, just be careful for that. Or maybe I'm just a little bit too fierce, we can't be sure. Okay, so just push these down right inside there. Do a little bit more. I am making way more than the recipe actually calls for because I want to get several meals out of this. Okay, so you can do any of your vegetables in this. Broccoli has been handy. We're going to use it for the onion. Anything, honestly. This is fantastic for French fries. So are you making your homemade French fries? Potatoes are probably one of the cheapest things you can still get at the store, right? So let me just add some more of these right inside here. My dog is looking for scraps on the floor, so I always have a splash zone, and he is great at finding it. Okay, so we'll just add the rest of these right on inside here. That way they'll all be about the same size, makes it easier for cooking, and no question marks. So this is the last batch of them right here. So broccoli is already done. So I'm just gonna dump these right inside of the bowl here. Okay, that is good to go. I am making a bit of a mess, so don't pay attention to this. Okay, next thing that we're gonna do is our onions. So I've got a yellow onion here. I did not get this ready quite yet, so let me just chop off the tops and the top and the bottom. Get some of the skin off here. Okay. I am making quite a mess. So is anybody else like a messy cook when they're doing things, right? And I don't have a lot of room here either, so it makes it even worse. So, oh my goodness, I don't want this stuff stuck underneath my fingernails. Nobody judge me for how I'm peeling my onion, all right? Okay. Usually I like to take the top layer off just so I don't have to deal with any of the skin. I should have done this already, but I just didn't. Okay, let me take the rest of this off. This looks like a real hack job. This isn't how I like to do it, but you know, haste makes waste, right? Okay, so we've got our onion here ready to go, and a whole bunch of broccoli pieces. Let me just clean that up before it goes into my clean thing. That'll be bad. All right, let's do the onion in here. Oh, might just need to give it one little wedge through the center. Look how easy this is. Easy peasy. So I'll put the second one in here. If you want them smaller, of course, do them a little bit smaller there. Look, super crazy easy. So I'll just dump those right inside there. My grill is already heated up and ready to go, so we'll talk about that in just a minute. And let me throw in some carrots. So, of course, I'm not measuring anything here. I'm just going to kind of throw them in there. I don't peel carrots. I always just use the baby ones, but we're going to chop these up just a teensy little bit, just to give it a little bit of texture. I love texture when I'm eating. Okay, so however many you want to do. If you don't like a whole bunch of cooked carrots, don't put many in. If you don't like them at all, keep them completely out, okay? So just chop these right up inside there. This will be easy for my family members who don't like carrots to pick out. So we've got this all good to go. So how easy was that for the prep, right? So now our veggies are done. I've got my bowl here ready to go. Now, I heated up the deluxe electric grill and griddle. It's kind of hard to see over there. I'll just turn it a teensy little bit. But I've got that heated up. And guys, this is in one of our, it comes in the recipe book with the product too, okay? And anything, honestly, that you're hungry for, that you're making, search the Pampered Chef website. It makes it super easy, okay? So, honestly, I am always a little bit intimidated by products that are electric and that I have to read instructions for. But if you follow the recipe, it walks you through all of it, and you can kind of adapt it then to whatever else you're making, okay? So I've got this heated up for the grill. So what I'm going to do is just kind of push all of the vegetables right on top of here. So I preheated this on the grill setting for about 10 minutes. And we're going to put the veggies right on top here. Now, I don't think they're all going to fit just because I've done a lot and I'm not going to force it. So I'm going to put the rest of this aside. We're going to close the lid. So the thing that I love about this is you can cook with it open. You can cook with it closed. I made sandwiches on it and I was able to close it and cook it from the top and the bottom. So let me just set this. So my goodness, this is going to be cooking for 2 minutes, okay? So I'm just going to set my timer here for 2 minutes, and we're going to let that go. While that is starting its thing, I'm going to start my rice. So if you have any of our micro cookers, these are absolutely fantastic. This is the old rice cooker, but seriously, you know, the new products work too. Okay, so we've got equal parts rice and water. Just going to dump that right inside there. And let me just see how long this is supposed to go in for. I just like the minute rice, makes it really, really easy. I think it's going to be like 10 minutes. I don't really know. I'm just kind of throwing things in there. Okay? So let me pop the lid on. Pop this in here for 10 minutes. Okay, so that is going. How easy are we at so far, right? So let me get this mess out of the way, because I certainly made one. And now, when the chicken is all done, we're going to throw the rice in. So let me clean this up, or not the rice, the shrimp. So I already got the shrimp, whatever you call it. I took off the shells because nobody wants any part of that. Gosh, guys, I had the surprise of my lifetime. I did a study abroad when I was in college, and my first weekend in Spain, we went to this paella restaurant, and it looked delicious. It was the biggest paella I've ever seen, and it was garnished with shrimps with heads. I was mortified. Seriously, up to that point, it never had even crossed my mind that shrimps would have heads, I know, stupid, or specifically be served with them. So I'm so thankful that we don't have heads on them here. So I just have my shrimp, and they are on a fantastic deal right now at the grocery store, FYI, if you are into them. But I just mix them up with a little bit of toasted sesame oil and some soy sauce, and that is it. So we've got this all ready to go when our vegetables are done. So, okay, timer is done. So I'm going to take this first batch of veggies out, and I'm going to put them in the insulated serving bowl. Guys, this thing is fantastic, okay? So normally what I will do is I'll run a pot of hot water through my coffee maker and put it inside here, put the lid on, and let it sit for like 10 minutes. And then dump it out, dry it out, and it's going to keep your food hot for a long time, like several hours. This is great for holidays, also great for like breakfast or whenever you just can't get it all done at the same time, right? So if you're bad with timing things, these are the thing to have. I love, love, love this. okay? So let me just, whoop, still having some dropping out. So let me open this up here. And I'm going to put the veggies right inside here. So we have these for later. Keep them nice and warm. Now I'm using the griddle plates in here. They also come with grill plates, and also you can get waffle plates for it. So you can get 2 big waffles out of a batch. It works really, really great. Okay, so I've got this. Guys, this recipe also comes with yum yum sauce. Super delightful. Okay, so I'm just going to push all of this right inside here. This is going to keep our veggies nice and toasty warm. You cannot throw this in the microwave. There's metal on the inside. Bad things will happen. But it is very, very convenient. So I'm just going to push all these right inside there. And I'm going to throw the second batch of veggies in here, and this is going to stay nice and toasty warm. Okay. So this is done, and here is the best part. Do you see this little knobby right here? You can actually have it right on like this. So if you go to a potluck or something, you don't have to worry about your lid getting dropped or broken or any of those things, because it's going to be right there. So let me push the rest of these on here for another 2 minutes. Very quick and easy, and because it's cooking from the top and the bottom, I don't have to flip anything, and you know, watching this, I don't have the attention span for that. Okay, so here are a couple that fell out. Let me throw these right inside the bowl here. Set the timer for 2 minutes. And that is doing its thing. So now, when it is all done with the veggies, I'm going to put the shrimp on. But I also want some chicken to go along with it, because chicken goes a long way to making you feel like you're more full, right? Okay, so I've got my chicken here. Always buy it in bulk. Guys, this is the best way to go, because you're going to be saving money buying it in bulk. You're not going to have to buy those expensive tenders. You know, sometimes they're more convenient, but I'm going to show you the way that you're going to want to go. I show this probably all of my videos just because we use it so much. So this is the close and cut. Hands down, one of my absolute favorite things you need to have. It is spring-loaded on the top and the bottom. So if you're going to like those chicken sales wherever, and the chicken breasts are as big as your head, and you're like, how in the world am I going to cook those and have them be cooked all the way through, and you know, not disgusting on the inside, disgusting on the outside, this is the ticket. It's going to freeze faster, it's going to thaw faster, it's going to cook faster and more evenly, okay? So let me grab some of our chicken here. So I always buy the value pack and then slice them all up at once. So you just kind of jam it right inside there. Always use tongs, never touch any of that stuff. Gross, okay? So you need to have a knife that is 7 inches long or longer. Let me take that onion peel off of there. And you just kind of jam it down. Remember what I said, you're not going to hurt yourself. So if you are using 2 plates to slice your chicken, please stop. You can't do that. Bad things are going to happen to you, okay? So I'm just going to slice my chicken. Look how easy that was. Super easy peasy. So I'm just going to stick it right here. This thing is dishwasher safe. I don't have a dishwasher, but if I did, I certainly would be using it for that, okay? But everybody would love this thing. It works for your chicken fantastic. You can use it for pork chops. You can use it for bagels and cherry tomatoes and all of those fun things. So you need to have these. It does come in a set, so you're going to get a knife that works along with it anyway, okay? All right, so I think there is my other timer. I'm just going to slice all of this chicken up just because it is so convenient. I'm going to freeze the rest of it. Okay. What was over? I think that, okay. Which one is timer? Okay. All right, so that wasn't done. This one is done. So too many things going on at once. So I'm going to turn off the griddle here. Actually, no, I'm not. What am I doing? I'm telling you what, I haven't done a video in a little while, and I'm a little bit out of sorts, so you have to forgive me here. So let me just put the rest of my vegetables right inside the thing here. Easy peasy so far. You can totally change this up to match whatever your family's preferences are. You can do the shrimp like what I'm doing, or you can make steak, or, my goodness, just get creative with it, right? This is a fun recipe that you can use for just about any occasion or just a fun weeknight. Okay, so the veggies are done. Shrimp is just ready to go on, and so is our rice. So I've got my shrimp here that we've got with the soy sauce and toasted sesame oil. I'm just going to put it on here. This isn't going to take very long at all, so we'll just put it right on top. I think I will have to keep an eye on this, so we'll switch it. We'll have to switch that in about a minute, flip it over because that's going to cook really fast. But now we've got our chicken. So I did forget to pull this out. So we've got the kitchen spritzer here. I'm just going to pump. Just going to spritz up this chicken a little bit. And I have one of my other pans here that I'm going to throw it right on side here. It's an older piece of Pampered Chef, but goodness guys, if you don't have a great set of cookware, you need to get one because these are absolutely fantastic. So I've got the double burner griddle. Perhaps you have one of these in your house from before. I love it. It has some sides on, so I could do my rice in there if I wanted to do the rice with the eggs and all that other fun, yummy stuff that goes inside it. Makes great pancakes. But one of the tricks that some people don't realize with our cookware is that if you have meat that is frozen and you forgot to pull it out in the morning to thaw, because let's face it, we've all been there, right? So you can actually just put your frozen bag of meat right on top of there and not on top of your oven or anything, and it will thaw it faster. It has like crazy energy, conduction properties in it. When extreme heat or extreme cold hits it, it goes and evenly distributes throughout the pan. So it's going to cook your food faster. It's also going, I have one extra one in here. It's also going to thaw it faster. So do an ice cube test at your house and see if your pan has those capabilities, right? Because it might not. So if I wanted to, I could put some rub on here. I'm not going to because I'm going to have the yum yum sauce that we're going to make and all these different flavors from the vegetables and stuff, so we're not really going to need it. So I'm just going to throw it on there. So if you have our double burner grill, you could do it on here as well. Now I will just tell you that you need to have both of your burners on the same temperature or else bad things will happen. You don't want that to be you, okay? So always make sure that you've got them both on. I'm just going to flip the shrimp over here. It is looking super delightful. Now I'm not going to be doing any tricks. You're not going to see me shooting any sake or, you know, throwing an egg up in the air. None of that today. But my goodness, if I did that, I think I would get an award, right? So I'm just going to give all of these a little spin here. How easy and convenient is this? So this grill is great for like if you live in an apartment building or you don't want to go outside and do any of your grilling like that. It's just super convenient, okay? I've taken this to work and I've made hamburgers and hot dogs on it before. It's great, especially if you're a person who can't pay attention. I feel like I have proven that I'm that person before. So if you have a hard time grilling outside on a real grill, you are not going to singe off your eyebrows, your arm hairs, or anything else with that. You don't have to be taking your stuff in and out. You can really just do everything right inside your kitchen. Easier cleanup. And let me just show you how easy these are. So this is how the grill plates look. Very easy to clean up. You just run them underneath your water, wash them off, and you are good to go. Like nothing sticks on these. They're very, very convenient. But you just press the eject button on both of them, pop it off, and you are good to go. So I store all these in one of our, have you seen one of these? These are like the old Pyrex containers. These work fantastic for the grill plates. Okay, so I think my shrimp is just about ready to go. It looks delightful. It looks like I've gone out to a restaurant and I paid a mere portion of the price. So that's it. So I have everything ready to go. My rice, I just dinged. It's ready to be fluffed. My vegetables are all done. I'm just going to have to wait a couple minutes for that chicken to be cooked, and that is it. So last tip, always make sure you're checking the temperature of your chicken because you don't want any funkaroo diseases, right? Always make sure that it's 165. If you need a temperature for that thermometer, we've got one of those too, okay? So I hope you got some inspiration for dinner. And of course, anytime you can check out my website and get some different ideas. You can either plug in a product that you have that you forgot what to use it for, or you can just plug in an ingredient that you have at home and it'll pop up some ideas. So I hope this helped. I've got some great eating coming up. So we'll be chatting with you soon. Bye, guys.